growing up, I lived in a rural part of a small town. I mean, growing up there wasn't really much to do there. Not even like really things to even draw hope from, like even make it to tomorrow. But and then also growing up there wasn't like that many people to actually look up to and say, this is my role model that. So you really had to almost become your own role model. I mean, it's not really. However, for me, I really thought differently. I wanted to grow beyond where I grew up and where I was from and what I was surrounded by. So I grew to constantly inspire myself to where I would eventually become my own role model. We all have someone that we admire. However, but sometimes the most powerful inspiration is the person you see right in front of you every day in the mirror. I've learned through my personal experience that my own interpretation of myself can make you into who you should be and who you could be. And through research articles, I learned that many people out there probably support that as well. Today I want to commemorate the person who has inspired me the most, which is me, by sharing how I overcame challenges, became the person I needed, and built a future I can be proud of. I became my own inspiration by overcoming many challenges that was put in front of me. As a teenager, I became painfully aware of the environment I was in, the low expectation that was around me, the limited opportunities and the difference between the people who remained stuck and did not want to move up, and then those who clung to everything they had and moved up. Choosing which path I wanted was not difficult, but to truly commit, it was something I had yet to develop, if you know what I'm saying. Changing my mindset was the first step, and eventually it became the driving force behind everything that I wanted to achieve. Overcoming these challenges was not easy, but I constantly told myself it was possible, and I refused to let anyone or anything step in the way of what I wanted to do. Through this, I discovered a tenacity and willpower that I did not even know I had until life required me to grow into it. According to the American Psychological Association, resilience often develops when individuals work through difficult environments and learn to adapt to stress in healthy ways. This helped me understand that strength that I developed was a natural part of everybody. As long as I went through it and it made me better, then it was good. I mean, it is a natural psychological process. These challenges not only tested me, they transformed me into the person I needed. I became the person I needed when no one else could fill that role. In school, I always usually excelled in everything, even the things I barely attempted, I would excel. However, something happened the first time I took the ACT. It was also the first time that I experienced a field failure. And my mom, the only thing she could was brush it off and tell me, try again next time. But however, I am my worst critic. So between me beating myself up about it and me actually trying to cope with everything, I put in my head that I had to do better. So I had to motivate myself and strategically plan to excel next time so I would never feel this way again. And through this entire ordeal, I developed traits that were repressed because I never had to work this hard for anything or even push this hard towards a goal. One of these traits was to develop a great discipline to push towards a goal. And another one was confidence, because I know the next time I took that test, I would do way better than I did the first time. And among all these, one of the most important things I learned was patience. These traits pushed me forward because I would come to know that this is how I should approach every situation. With this way of thinking, the only thing that could shape me would be something of my own creation. Psychologist Kristen Neff research on self-compassion shows that supporting and motivating oneself can be more effective than relying solely on relying on things in your external environment. This mirrors how I learned to push myself in everything that I do, basically. And because who I became, I now inspire my own future. I inspire my future through my actions and choices that I even make today. Through practice, discipline, and patience, I have developed a sense of calmness within myself. This calmness helps me to pause, and just see situations clearly and choose the best path going forward. I mean, whether it's deciding what route I'm going to take when I get ready to drive for work, or even hearing a personal short story shared by somebody and analyzing it in my head so I can give them the best advice. The way my experience has shaped me, continues to push me forward towards my ultimate, one of my biggest goals is graduating college and finally reaching a point where I no longer have the fear for my future. My belief in myself comes simply from the truth that I know if I choose to do something, that's all I need. I don't need anything else to carry me forward. I just need that to know that I decided to do it. I mean, I might not love my past, but however, I'm internally grateful for it. Without everything I've been through, I would not have learned the lessons that brought me to where I am now. Knowing that my present is constantly being shaped by what I have overcome motivates me to keep reaching for a future that I'm already proud of. My journey continues and I carry that inspiration with me every single day of my life. I am my own inspiration because I overcame challenges, I became the person I needed, and I continue to build my future every single day. My story is a reminder that sometimes the strongest source of inspiration is what you see in the mirror, you. So with me, if I ever forget my own strength, I just look back at everything I've overcome and made it through. And then I continue to push past everything with my head held high.